Hey, people, we're back. Episode 10 of the Disney Dudes podcast. No, welcome back. We are back with episode 10 of the Disney Dudes podcast. We are excited to be back. A whole week has gone by, and I know you've been itching, waiting, wanting, one might say yearning for the next episode. But anyway,
And Abbott is still wearing the same Spirit jersey from the last episode.
it's incredible. It's incredible. It's called My Carousel of Progress. It's called Movie Disney Magic. So you know how that goes.
Yep.
So anyway, and one might say I'm just coming up roses. You know, that's just one thing. One might say I'm coming up roses. You know, but the other thing I think we should do is celebrate the fact that I can still pull off said, spirit jersey, limited edition from the vault, from the original 1971, opening day map, and it's flipping amazing. So
we also
check
need to celebrate something else. I finished my quesadilla.
He finished his quesadilla. Only took freaking 2 weeks. This is the most epic quesadilla on the planet. There's a link. There's gonna be a link on your very top right. Don't mind the hot fireworks right there. There's gonna be a link right there, and you can link back and see what we're talking about. It was not the episode of our picks 10, 9, 8 of our top 10 Magic Kingdom rides. It was the Disney Dudes watch Taylor eat a quesadilla for 7 hours straight, aka for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I have concerns for your sugar levels with the number of sun drops you've been drinking, because you had one last week.
Yeah.
New one of the it's got to be a different one.
Yeah, it's a different one. Yeah, it's a different one.
Okay. Gotcha. But you managed to put a hat on and are you getting ready for the Iditarod Husky race in Alaska coming up soon?
It's actually kind of chilly up here in Virginia. I think the high today was 100. So yeah, it was a little chilly.
Gotcha. Just trying to sweat it out. I mean, wait it out.
Wait out, cool. Exactly.
Yeah. So in this episode, this is going to.
Mom thought I was good looking. I just wanted to.
You are a catch. She's a handsome girl. But this is going to be more of a quick fly by the seat of your pants episode, because you're itching. I'm not itching, because when it comes to competition, the draft, we're going to be doing picks 7, 6. Well, no. So we're doing our 7, 6, and 5 of our top 10 Magic Kingdom rides. But 4, 3, 2, 1 is going to be an epic draft.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to it, because I want to profess my love for my top 4, but you're going to take one of mine. I'm going to take one of yours, and I'm going to be angry, frustrated, and I know for a fact I'm going to have to think on the fly.
I mean, we could, and I'm going to offer this up if you want to do this.
No.
You do your 4, I do my 4. And whoever has the best ranking of them
gets a quesadilla, or gets
bragging rights. Oh, I know what we get. We get the belt.
Okay. DDP, Diamond Dallas Page. I mean, Disney Dudes podcast belt.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right.
Okay. So I'm ready. Number 7.
Go ahead.
My number 7 is the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover. I'm telling you, this one, Paging Mr. Morrow. I love this ride. It is the most boring ride, but the technology that goes behind it. Look at you scrambling. Oh, it's great. Oh, this is for the whole quesadilla situation. I straight up lied to your mug. I went, that's not my number 7. That's not even in my top 5. Suck it. Suck it hard. Suck it good. Enjoy like you did that quesadilla, because the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover, you board an elevated tram for a leisurely voyage through Tomorrowland. One of my favorites. I'm still talking things. So rude to prompt. During your narrated tour, by Mr. Morrow. That's right. Stick it right in your ear and enjoy it, my friend. That's what she said. Go behind the scenes of attractions like Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, which is super relevant. Have you seen Lightyear? Have you seen it?
No.
Man, you're not missing much. It's good, but it's like, it's not.
Have you
It's
seen
good.
Have you seen Obi-Wan Kenobi?
I have not seen one episode. I know.
Oh
I know.
my
Ryland
gosh.
is going to stalk me from space. Like he looked at my house from outer space. At the very beginning of the episode, he goes, "Yeah, I can see your house from up here." I'm like, "Cool." So restraining order. Yeah, I plan to binge that this weekend. I know it's amazing. I've heard it's incredible. Is it that good,
Yeah,
or
it's good.
it's incredible?
It's good.
Mhm.
It is good. There,
That's this
the
weekend.
last. I'll tell you right now. The last 2 episodes
Yes,
were good. The last one was the best one out of them all. I think.
50. It's like 50 some odd, but close to an hour, right? There are
Mhm.
6 episodes, or 7,
6.
6. Okay. But so I look forward to that. That's going to be tomorrow evening. I was thinking about watching. I haven't seen the new Doctor Strange that just came out yesterday on Disney Plus. Haven't seen that one, but I want to see that movie. Um, Emily said she said it was good, but not Thor good. The best, the best like Marvel movies. I love the Avenger movies. Can't touch those. But out of that genre, the best in that multiverse is going to be Thor. Love the Thor movies, and I've heard Love and Thunder is going to be amazing. So anyway, Space Mountain, and you get to go through Star Traders Retail Shop, and you get to see architectural models of Progress City, the prototype for Epcot, the experimental prototype city of tomorrow, and it's. I love watching you just like shake your head, and just like be so jealous of my Spirit jersey, because that Disney themed camouflage just like pops with that text. So anyway, magnet power magic. Always ahead of its time, the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover accelerates magnetically. Magnets, people, magnets through using linear induction motors. I mean, can you explain that science? I'm just going to say science, magic. And if you look on I mean, we can find the People Mover on, at least it may not be in this original map, but I'm literally wearing every ride right now. How does that make you feel? Are you like heaving? Are you like hyperventilating, contemplating driving to Spartanburg to murder me in my sleep? Good.
No,
Here it is,
no.
premeditated. We've proven it. We've proven it. Premeditation, people. Well, look at his eyes. You can't see his eyes. See, look at that sociopathic behavior. Got his head
You're
tilted down.
funny.
Look at that
You're
glitch.
funny.
Look at that glitch. Yep. The funniest. Like funny looking. But you get to see a fantastic. But did you know that this is the first time? And you said you've ridden Space Mountain with the lights on, right? Did you tell me that?
Yes.
Because I sent you that
Yes.
picture. I sent you a picture right after I rode the People Mover. That was the first thing I did in Tomorrowland that morning after the race, the 10 miler. We went beelined it. I beelined it. Emily like begrudgingly. We did Buzz Lightyear, and then we did People Mover. No line, awesome. But for the first time, I got to see the lights on the People Mover. The lights on for Space Mountain. Amazing. It was so cool. I wish I could ride it. That would be a dream come true, because I'd be one of the few people, whatever that percentage is. Man, super low. 2, 1, probably less than 1% of the total population of people that go through the parks on a whatever annual, biannual, 5-year, decade, whatever time basis, whatever those metrics are, that quantitative information. But I knew this, but I didn't know this. Yes, lights on at Space Mountain, awesome. But the model of Walt's, the prototype of Epcot, I had heard this, but it's actually the original prototype. That is the original prototype. It's the original model for Epcot, Walt's experimental prototype community of tomorrow, that was used as the inspiration for Epcot theme park. The model is used to be in the upper level of Disneyland's Carousel of Progress, and then was relocated on display at Walt Disney World. So that's the one that he pitched to investors. That's the original one that Walt like touched,
Wow.
had input with, presented to get people to financially back him to. Yes.
Like touch.
Do you have a flashlight to make this up disappear?
I do, but I'm
Touch.
not going to do that.
But yeah, so that's my number 7. So what lame ride do you have now?
For my 7, right?
Yep.
7 Dwarves Mine Train for number 7.
It's a good choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good choice. No, seriously, good choice.
So with that being said, the wait sucks. The wait is not good. The ride itself could be longer, but
Sure.
you don't have much room in Fantasyland to make it longer. If they had put that where Tron was,
Mm-hmm.
it wouldn't have worked, but it would have been a longer
What?
ride.
What was it empty space? Was it a parking lot? What was there before Tron? What was that area? Do you know? Or was it undeveloped?
It was undeveloped, I think.
Okay. Okay. I mean, that makes sense.
I guess he's making a grand entrance. Come here. Come here.
Oh, your pup. Baby?
Stay on up. Stay on up.
Oh, yeah.
Bubbo. So, yeah, that's my number
Bubba
7.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. 6.
One question though. Do you, because there are mountains, right? There are artificial mountains at Magic Kingdom, right? Space Mountain, Splash Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Do you consider the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train a mountain? Because
No.
it's
No.
people do.
Well, I don't because it is
Why?
not because the peak of the mountain
Sure.
is
Okay.
yeah. Since you took my
Numero.
People Mover was gonna be my 7th choice, but since you took that, that's fine. Okay.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna do you one better. My number 6 is the little known Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. In this one, you go deep inside an age-old mountain, clamber into a rustic mine train, and make your way up a steep incline. At the summit, feel the wind, like a quesadilla as it touches your lips, the wind across your face as you navigate hairpin turns and head deep into the mine shaft, your cricket cart teetering back and forth. It actually does sway back and forth. The same people that designed Big Thunder Mountain designed Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It's a
Really?
company out of Holland. Yep, company out of Holland. I read last night. Yep. That is fresh in my brain. That'll be leaving my 41-year-old brain in no time. So, age bracket. I am 34 years old, as far as you know. 32. How old are you? 31, 30, 28, 40? Who gives a crap?
31.
I am. That's bull honky. So anyway, soon the dark sparkles with glittering jewels, and you encounter the seven dwarves, whistling and singing while they work. But you chug through the cavern and climb skyward. At the peak, you glimpse an incredible view of Fantasyland before racing back down the foot. You ready for it?
Yeah.
The foot of the mountain. That is a description from the Walt Disney World website itself. So going back into what I was saying before in episode 9, repurposing from the Hall of Presidents, to me, that kind of stuff is amazing.
Yes.
The kind of stuff they do, the Disney magic. I mean, it's not cutting corners. It's just think smarter, not harder. Why would you make
Yeah.
something new? Why would you reinvent the wheel? That works for anything. But did you know figures from Snow White's Scary Adventures were repurposed to this attraction?
No, I had no. But it makes
Yep.
sense.
So
it does make sense.
But at the very end scene, where they're dancing in the house, when you're about to kind of come to the end, look to your right, and they're dancing together. Those are the original ones from Snow White Scary Adventures, and I never rode Snow White Scary Adventures. Never rode it. Never got to ride it. My parents always stayed away from it. Thought it would. Apparently, I had like enuresis as a child. And I peed myself constantly, and I had some kind of an issue where kids would throw like tin cans in my head, make me do dances for them. I don't understand why. I mean, I did, Abbott Pee Pee Pants was kind of my name as a child. I don't know. It hurt when they throw the tin cans in my head. I would do this little dance where I'd pull my pants up to like above my pectoralis major muscles, and I do this like little Russian kind of like knees up, hey, oh, hey, kind of dance, and they throw things at me. But I got nothing. You disappeared. But this is you on the mine train. Oh yeah, the video. I got that. Yours is so much better than mine because I rode the Seven Dwarfs mine train once. We rope dropped it the same day that it rained. We did it in the pouring rain. It loved it, but it sucked. I
Yeah,
didn't get the full experience, but I still loved it. Everything about it, great ride, lots of fun. Huh, yeah. Yeah, I've used that picture and zoomed in, and yeah, that's a good
yeah,
one to crop. That's the best picture to crop. That's where you insert quesadilla. That's it. Insert quesadilla here, please. Here, please. But anyway, the figures were repurposed to be used in sections of the attraction outside of the mine. They work perfectly within the attraction itself, and they pay homage to an old attraction that we do miss, or that I actually can't miss because I never read it, but it says here that we do miss from time to time. But I know it's kind of a controversial ride because they make it all about the evil queen, so
yeah.
whatever. But that is my number 6. What you got? CX.
My number
Mhm.
6 is a classic. It's a small, small world. The reason I'm doing this is because it's a classic ride. It is a classic ride. I mean, you can't, even though the song gets stuck in your head and you would rather listen to Abbott talk and talk and talk and talk rather than be on that ride, which I would. It's a classic ride. And the fact of the matter is, fun fact, back in the day, the little animatronic dolls from the Pacific Islands did
Hmm.
not have tops on. And
Where are
so
you going with this? You're taking a
so
weird turn.
I am. So to be
Ugh.
politically correct, my
Yes.
grandmother, and I'm not saying that she got them to change it, but my grandmother wrote a letter to Disney and said, if you're going to be politically correct, these dolls need to have tops on. And what have they got on now? They have tops on.
Okay. Okay. The
But
original.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if you
Uh-huh.
if you went and collected all the money that's in It's a Small World, I guarantee you could probably retire.
Mm. I know for a fact, Disney got from. I don't know the stipulated Magic Kingdom park. I think it just might be Magic Kingdom because I don't know which park has the most fountains. That's a good question, but they all have access to. That's a tell us feedback this episode right here.
Yeah.
Which one has the most? I mean, I could look it up, but I'd rather you tell us so we have that
Yeah.
interaction. Um, but I know they take. I don't know if it's quarterly, but they've said that they're able to gather when they do collect, at least Magic Kingdom, and you can't quote me on this, around $20,000 to $30,000 worth of change, and they donate it. Disney does; they don't keep it. There's no percentage that goes to them. 100% of the proceeds of change when you make a wish goes to Make a Wish. All their proceeds go to the Make a Wish Foundation.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
that's a legit. They do it every year, an official check, and we're talking $20,000 to $50,000
Yeah.
annually
Wow.
that they're giving.
That's
I
fantastic.
mean, that's a drop in the bucket for Disney, but at the same time, to give that kind
That's
of
real.
money
That's
is
honorable.
tremendous.
That really is. So
Mhm.
that's my number 6.
That's a good 6. Not for
Yeah.
me, but I mean, I can. It's one of those where I'm like, begrudgingly, I'll go with my kids, and then I enjoy it. But every time that I go, I get stuck. I've been stuck the past 2 times in like the last quarter of the ride. And I know that the Disneyland version is like twice as long. but in their display format for Small World is huge compared to the one in Fantasyland.
Yeah.
But still,
Very interesting fact. You ready for it?
yeah, please.
When you go, it's the last where they have all the farewell, bon voyage, all that, the
Yes.
different goodbyes in the different
Yeah.
languages.
hmm hmm
I don't know how they do it. It's Disney magic, but if you
Uh-huh.
look, they have a screen up there that will flash your name
Really?
as you come around it. Yes.
That is the same, whatever, it's beyond my comprehension, but the Rock and Roller Coaster, I told you, the
Yeah.
queue, you're going through the queue. We didn't have a fast pass. We just got in line after we did. We had a fast pass for Tower of Terror, and of course you got to wait 2 hours. The next whatever, and I think our next one, I don't know what ride it was. I think it was Rise of the Resistance. After that, we had to wait 2-3 hours for that. We just got in line because it was convenient. It's right there. It's usually Tower of Terror, and I'd never ridden Rock and Roller Coaster. Walk in the park. Yeah, it's fast. It's in the darkest indoors. Whatever. It's a roller coaster. You can handle it. It's okay to text somebody if you're scared to ride a ride before you get on it because it's okay. It's normal. It's not normal. It's pathological behavior. But when we're in the queue for Rock and Roller Coaster, I look over and they have these like posters. They have
Yeah.
like tour posters and stuff, and it said like headlining, and it said my name. It said my name on the poster as you're going through, and I went,
That's cool.
and I scrambled. I scrambled to grab my phone. I was like, didn't get the picture because it was like boom, you saw it for a blink of an eye. There's so many people, but everybody gets their name in lights on that ride. It's amazing.
That is awesome.
And that kind of stuff is cool. So anyway, to me, it's worth just sitting in line for the queue to wait for your moment to look over because you look to your left when you get indoors. I can't tell you the record room, whatever. It's a cool queue. A lot of Aerosmith memorabilia, but your name there, cool stuff. So
That's
I'd
awesome.
never seen anything like it. Didn't know anything, and I look, I was like, "What is that? My name?" And then I see my two. Then I see my oldest son's name. Then I see my daughter's name. Then I see my wife's name, and then I see my youngest son's name. I'm like, "Oh, that's freaking cool! Yeah!" We got pumped. So anyway, I'm not getting verklempt. I just can't swallow properly. Apparently, I'm getting like residual effects from your quesadilla. You should chew. A phantom quesadilla just entered my mouth, and it just shot right down the gullet.
So you,
And I got a little.
so you don't have a
Please,
reflex.
you're welcome. So
All right,
anyway,
cool.
yeah.
All
I
right,
will
number
just
5.
put a pin in that one. No, number 5. Last one for me. Number 5, and this is gonna get all kinds of controversial, but I'm just gonna say your ass is grass in this situation. Splash Mountain is my number 5. Splash Mountain, yeah. Uh-huh. And I love and I absolutely adore Splash Mountain. Love Splash Mountain because you and I both have that official background. Look at that
Yep.
spraying over my shoulder. That was cool. I really made that look real.
Yeah.
So anyway, Splash Mountain, ladies, you will get wet. This attraction includes 950,000 gallons of water, 3 dips, and a 5-story drop. And where you're seated will determine how, yet again, ladies, how wet you'll get. Because, ladies, you will get wet. So wet. Riders in the back may experience a sudden splash or spray, just a little spray, just a little spritz. But those who opt for the front can expect to get absolutely soaked. So, ladies, just sit in the front. You're going to get wet. You might as well get soaked. Enjoy it. So,
just don't
question.
just don't wear a.
Just wear the. I mean, look. This is all you need.
Don't wear the Disney shirt.
That went dark for way too long, and I'm like, oh god, Please have something on under that. Please, no. This
Don't
ain't
wear
gonna
the
go
Disney
live.
Dudes podcast shirt because it will turn into a wet t-shirt contest if you sit in the front.
That's why you. Well, I mean, lady, they're not gonna go full all. This isn't Disneyland Paris. What you talking about? This ain't Disneyland Paris. So anyway, but no, there are the drops. There are and I didn't realize this outside of just women getting wet in general on this ride, and just people also getting wet, but especially women. The drops are different at all three of the Disney parks. So the height of the drops at each of the three locations that actually have a splash mountain, which are California, Florida, and Tokyo. In California, eventually they have one. The amount of drops and the details of the drops themselves are different. The drops are at a varying steepness, creating different ride experiences depending on which one you ride. And so, to me, I think the most epic of all of three, and it's not just the drop, but the theming. Do you know where Phantom Manor is located?
Yes.
Where's Phantom Manor? Okay, so they theme it. It works cohesively with Phantom Manor. Name that part.
Tokyo?
Oh no, it is not a Tokyo. It is a Paris. Paris.
Yeah,
Disneyland
Paris. That is
Paris
fair.
has Phantom. It is
Man.
not how you say Tokyo. It
Yeah.
is Disneyland Paris, and they theme it with. And I don't know the name. It's not. It's not Splash Mountain there. It may be Splash Mountain. I'm not. I'm speaking out of my Abbott,
Medical
which is also known
history.
as my Anus, but
Yeah.
they theme it well there, and I think theirs is a little bit taller, a little bit bigger, and the drop is actually steeper, which is a giggity kind of thing. But to me, that sounds better. Yet again, just adds to the lore and the reason why I have to get my behind my ab butt
Yeah.
over there to Paris.
Hey, that makes a lot of sense. That's why French men get the girls.
True,
It's a
because they
bigger
ride rides that
it's a bigger drop and they get some wet.
it gets them all kinds of wet, and apparently in all the right places. So, what is your number 5? Your cinco. What is your 5?
Yeah. My number 5 is Space Mountain.
No. But I expect this from someone with a weak constitution. I would. I would.
Space Mountain
That's
is my
fine.
number 5. And the reason
That's
Space
fine.
Mountain is my number 5 is because of the plain and simple fact of this. I have 6 on my list right now. Out of my 6, this is my 5th one. Space Mountain, it's a beautiful ride. I've ridden it probably 10 times or so. But it's I don't know. It's hard when you get down to the top 5, it's hard to really rank them. But with that being said, Space Mountain is my 5th pick, and that is because when you ride it with the lights on,
Mhm.
you don't want to put your hands up
Oh. Hmm.
because the rails. So we use these. So this is the cart right here. This is the rail. The cart goes underneath. The rail is on top of the cart, pretty much. You don't have a lot of room. If you were to rise up, they'd close the ride down because it wouldn't be a pretty sight. You would know that if you rode it in the light, not in the dark. I've ridden it in the
I
light.
would.
I've ridden it in the light 4 times.
Okay.
When it breaks
So,
down, you can ride it
uh-huh.
in the light because they have to test it.
True.
Also, did you know at Christmas time, the Trans-Siberian Orchestra plays their tunes,
That's
and
awesome.
they have a light show. That
I
is really
know
cool.
Disneyland does for their Space Mountain, which is the original Space Mountain.
Yes,
They do a Star Wars theme
that's cool.
every
That's
year,
very cool.
which is kind of cool with Star Wars overlays, sounds, sights, whatever. Um, now I thought, now of course, when I ride Space Mountain, can't count the number of times I've ridden it at this point. We're talking 20 plus. Um, I'm always white knuckling the little teeny because the strap they put on you is tiny. I
Yeah.
don't have big legs. I don't have big hands. They're very average, you know. But
So yes,
average. But I'm always holding on for dear life because of all the drops, turns. But it's more jerky than it is like
it's like
scary.
it's an old fashioned. It feels like an old fashioned like carnival roller coaster with the
Ooh,
jerkiness.
ooh, yikes!
But I love it.
You're ooh, that's a little. I don't know, you're being a kind of going left, right. Oh, you're kind of all over the place with this one. I love it, but
Yeah.
it's
And
kind of my meh.
the other reason I want to pick Space Mountain as my number 5 pick is because
Uh huh.
I wanted to do it before Abbott did it.
That's fun. That's cute. It's a cute pick, but that's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. Um,
So guess what? We're done with this episode. We got to move to the next one.
I'm not done. I'm not done. Okay. Look at me like I'm kidding. Wow. Okay, you got to read sarcasm, subtlety. No, I'm kidding. No, that's it. That is our 765 pick. And coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, next week we're going to reveal our top 4 rides at the Magic Kingdom.
Are we going to
So
do honorable mentions?
that's fine because I can think of quite a few. Because
can't do it.
I don't have documentation of those because I like to keep a running record. I save everything I write. I back it up. I'm a hollaback kind of guy. I back it up. I do whatever I have to keep a record of what my intellectual property is because there's value to it. And speaking of that, if you want a copy of my show notes, I will sign them and I will send them to you. If I win, you get a copy of my show notes, a signed copy of my show notes, handwritten PDF, Apple Notes, PDF, signed by me. Because you get to see all of the hashtags I'm trying to come up with to goat Taylor. Hashtag Taylor
If
has
I
bangs.
win,
Hashtag.
I will go even further than that.
Okay.
If I win, I will send every person that voted for me a Disney pin.
A Disney.
A Disney pin. Yeah. Show notes.
Wow.
The show notes.
Show notes
Disney
are original
pin.
intellectual property. This
Disney
is
pin.
it's a Disney Dudes podcast pin, like an original creation, or just one I could go
Maybe
pick
it
up at
could be.
Walmart.
Maybe it could be.
Maybe.
No, not like a writing utensil, like a pen, like a Disney.
That's what I'm saying.
pin.
I know. I could get one at like Amazon.com for like $3.
Well,
I
guess
just
what?
blew up your spot.
You won't have
What?
to spend the $3. I'm gonna
What?
send you one.
And for me, I put in all the effort to research, to write with these regular, very attractive looking fingers. Yeah, I think I win on this one. Yeah. You
Oh,
vote. I win. Who's got the better prize? Vote again. Clearly, A comes first before T. I win. So anyway, I'm Disney Dude Abbott. This is
I'm Disney Dude Taylor, and this is the
and
Den of Disney Dude podcast, and we're
and
out.
I'm glad we wasted your time. We didn't. I love you.